I will say I enjoy listening to the morning show, Hot 97.
Nah.
I listen to it. Yeah, I listen to it daily. I enjoy it.
Did you do that before? Or
I did it before too.
Okay.
Because again, I got the kids in the car, so I just cut the radio on. It sounds differently with Mero when I'm up there.
Trying to get you a new job, right? Yeah. Niggas is playing up here. Let's go, Freeze. I know that trick.
Oh, hey, Chatterboxx.
Watching the Joe Budden Podcast today, you have to realize this moment right here is not where it started. It's just where it's starting to show up and show out. Because what happened between QueenzFlip and Freeze today, although a small moment, yeah, that didn't just start today. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Chatterboxx. So episode 912, Heaven Sent, there is a moment between QueenzFlip and Freeze that on the surface might look a little small, but if you know, it just feels different. Not the joke didn't land kind of different, more like we're not playing that game. Not today, not no more. Now, typically it's jokes, slick comments, all the usual pod stuff. And with Freeze and QueenzFlip, it seems to be a shift that can't really be explained, but it's there. So fast forward to today, and they're talking about the morning show, Hot 97, regular combo, going over the board and topics. And Freeze casually says he listens in the morning and he has the kids in the car. And this is when this happens.
Freeze, like, let me see where I fit on here. Mero, what up? You know how you DM and email.
Now, in this moment, you think they're going to go right into the topic, but QueenzFlip starts joking. Joe is saying his comments. Ish is reacting, faces and all, like we already talked about. But Freeze is not playing along at all.
Why you always put me in?
Freeze, what we doing, boy?
I don't play none of y'all.
Oh, now you don't play? Oh, all right, my fault.
That's y'all business.
And the difference, because usually even if a joke is a little off, you still kind of try to laugh it off. At least they seem like they try and do a good job of it. And Freeze always has his moments to, keep the rhythm kind of going. But today, Freeze didn't do that. He just stopped and he's looking at QueenzFlip with the sunglasses on. And in the room is Joe, Flip, Mark is on the perch again, Ish, Freeze, and Parks. And in this moment, Freeze just seems like he is done playing along. And the jokes from QueenzFlip just kind of fell flat. And I mean, it was a few seconds of dead silence. And that's why I don't think it's just about this moment, because Freeze already told us how he feels. On the JBP Rewind, I believe episode 3, he says this.
I've been very adamant from the beginning that I don't play content over everything game. I went specifically, Flip does to me, or the way I perceive it, as it's like a throw the rock, hide your hand type of thing. And it happens a lot. So the reason why this happened was because I spoke to him about it. And with these particular type of jokes specifically from him was, I can't make them back. There's been jokes made back about Flip's family or about things that Flip may or may not have done or whatever that we had to stop recording.
And that is key. He was even serious in that moment. But I don't think that's frustration just from one joke. You hear him saying, they've had to cut. There's behind the scenes stuff happening that we don't see. And Freeze is describing a pattern here. So now it's kind of overlapped and spread into this moment, unless he's just trying to keep the same energy to play it off. But even in that moment, Joe jumps in and starts trying to joke like, how'd I get lumped in with Flip? I didn't even say anything.
Y'all do that.
See how I get it's easy.
That's your man, so you riding with you too.
And he even throws it back on Ish with, like I said, the faces that Ish makes.
Yeah,
I ain't even say nothing.
Yeah, you speak with your face, light-eyed motherfucker.
I get looped in with. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, the same way you ain't want to be looped in with him.
And saying that Ish was down with Freeze. And yeah, it just thankfully didn't become anything big, but it was definitely an uncomfortable moment to watch. And in this moment, it just seems like there is something going on between Flip and Freeze that someone is not being straightforward about. But it also doesn't seem like it's just QueenzFlip and Freeze anymore in this moment, because it also seems like now it's becoming who's aligned with who in the room. And even though they might have been joking, there's always truth in jokes. And then Freeze says something that matters.
Ooh, this is your creation. You know that, right? That whole North Couch narrative, that's you.
You did create that, Joe.
You created it, and then you attach us in every... We don't think the same. We're two different people. Man.
Okay, now we're talking about not just jokes anymore because his tone gets a little even serious. And it sounds like he's being sick of labeled and lumped in as well. He wants to be his own person and all this stuff. So the North Couch, with Freeze and Ish being grouped together, he's making a statement. They don't think the same. They don't move the same. And Freeze is like, no, don't lump me in. I'm my own person. And that's cool and all, but be careful what you ask for, because when you want somebody to have your back, Ish might just leave you on an island by yourself. And as if that wasn't enough, he then takes it even further and fires shots at Joe. Now, you remember the video or two ago that I dropped where Juvenile was talking to Joe about marriage, right?
Well, I'm down with all of you. We all friends. I'm down with all... Am I down with you?
But in the specific, no. In the specific,
so keep that in mind next time somebody mention marriage, proposal, rings, anything like that, because you love to throw me in with you.
And this time, I got to tell y'all, Mark must have been either asleep or in the background with a bucket of popcorn because he wasn't saying nothing, okay? So now, all these little things tying together with QueenzFlip making a joke that was in reference to something that seemed to be a neutral topic. It didn't even have anything to do with his family, but Freeze did not like that he had anything to say. It seemed like it almost seems like it's an unspoken boundary where QueenzFlip can't even say anything to Freeze in this moment, and he's not even willing to play it off. So whatever the narratives are around each one, I just know from this, he does not like being grouped in together. He does not want QueenzFlip joking with him. At least that's my speculation and how it comes across. And he is even lashing out at Joe with like, you know, I'm my own person type of thing. I don't know what is going on, but let's be honest. We already know Joe thrives on the jokes and the drama. I mean, it's potting. It's the game. It's the gig. And he likes when the room gets a little spicy. And he wasn't even instigated. He was sitting there not even doing anything. But Freeze did not see it that way. Because he even, like I said, he took a shot at Joe. But what do you think? Is QueenzFlip just doing what he always does for the clips, the content, not even really trying to go viral? He was really just trying to make a joke with Freeze, in my opinion. Or do you think after what Freeze said in the JBP Rewind and their prior conflict that I talked about in one of my other videos, do you think he's just finally done with QueenzFlip altogether and he's not willing to play along anymore? Because I can kind of see both sides. QueenzFlip might be too much at times, especially if we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. You know, Joe's going to let it ride for the sake of the pod. Ish is just, like I always say, he's over there making his faces. This time he was just chilling. But with Freeze is just on this path of, I don't know, possibly being tired of being the punchline, being part of the narrative, maybe just when it comes to QueenzFlip. Now, like he's saying, being grouped in with someone else when he is his own person. I don't know. It just seems like at this point, Freeze just doesn't want anybody saying anything to him. And it's not even boundaries at this point. It's like, we can't even play with you. We can't even joke with you. And if we can't even joke with you, you sitting up here with your sunglasses on, we can't even joke with you. What are you up here to do? Now, mind you, on top of this, a few pods ago, Joe had made a joke saying, what does Freeze even do? And I believe Manny was on that pod. He and Joe were joking back and forth, but Joe is the one that had said it. And I have noticed that Freeze has been tight ever since.
If a walk up to you and say, yo, write me a tweet or build me a house or something,
Write me
or
a
whatever
tweet.
the fuck else niggas do. Would y'all do it? Like, stop taking my talent.
He said, write me a tweet.
That's my goddamn
Tweet,
talent.
that's crazy.
I built niggas' houses before.
Yo, what? Yo, no, Amani Razor. What is your talent?
Oh, shit.
So as far as this moment goes, I'm not sure if that played a part, But when it comes to QueenzFlip, do you think that Freeze is just dragging that whole conflict they had before along and killing the vibe, and now he's just standing on that narrative because he doesn't want to seem or sound ridiculous? Or do you think he's justified because QueenzFlip already took it too far before? Drop your thoughts below. Like the video if you enjoyed this breakdown. Make sure you subscribe. Keep rocking with yours truly, Chatterboxx. And let's talk about it in the comments. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe on your preferred social.